Hi everybody.
Hi there.
I'm here today in the workshop with John, and we're going to tell you a little bit about the progression of our Dragon Wands project, and we'd also like to touch on how one thing is inspired by another.
Yeah. So to start with, the wand was taken from a design that Anne did for the tarot set, and I turned 2D into 3D, sculpted, and then moulded, and then able to cast them in.
So yes, these wands that John made based on my design, I think are absolutely fabulous. They're just a perfect size or a perfect weight. You know, John put a lot of time and effort into planning it and replicating that, and it's been a really great result. And this is part of our Stoked Artifacts range, which is inspired of real life objects that we've made from things that appear in my art.
Yes.
So that's an interesting way that these things come about. Now, since this first one was made in a wood effect, wasn't it, John?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And with a red stone, which matched my design.
Mm-hmm.
But now, John has taken this a step further.
Yes. So whilst I've got the mould, I'm able to create different colours or different textures of wands. And here's a couple. Would you like to explain maybe that one?
This one is beautiful. Now, this is like a jade effect that John's done with a green stone in the top, which I think is absolutely magnificent. It looks beautiful, and obviously, the jade wand is a whole new thing. So these are going to be made as like a limited edition, really one-off specials, aren't they?
Yes. The coloured ones are going to be a very, very limited edition.
And two of these have already found their way into the world.
They've gone out
One
in the world.
jade wand is currently residing in southern England, and a beautiful amethyst effect wand with a clear crystal has found its way to the other side of the world and is working its magic in Australia. So I'm really excited to see which ones John's come up with next. Actually this one I think is particularly interesting.
The slate. Now there's this little story behind that. Is the effect was that I was away on the Jurassic Coast recently and came across a beautiful stone like this with this lovely colouring.
Yeah, we think this is some sort of fossilised relic of the past, isn't
Yes.
it? It's very popular, that area of the coast, isn't it?
Very much
with
so.
With this theme of rock.
But I thought it worked very well on that piece.
And that's the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, so
that
you've got to
effect
take
on
these
that
inspirations from everywhere you see,
Yeah.
and we do, certainly Anne does for her designs.
So these ones are now the first in the series of wands, because this one is based on the element of fire, and it has the fire symbol on the back.
It does.
But another project that we're working on at the minute is elemental magic, and we thought it would be really interesting to kind of combine these two things and do a wand for each element. So I have been doing some sketching, and I've just sketched out some different wand designs here. So I think it's always important when you're searching for inspiration, to try a few different things. The first one I did, actually, I felt I came up with this dragon. We decided, didn't we, to have it holding a crystal ball?
Yes.
So I came up with this pose for the dragon, but I felt it was really rather
too reminiscent
similar,
of that,
wasn't it,
with
what
the head
we did
over
with the head curving around. So I did this one, which is a long, thin one with the ball in the dragon's mouth, and
We both like
another
that
one. Yes,
yes.
that's the one we've decided on.
Yeah.
And that's
Grab
now
this here.
is on to the next step. So
There we go.
this rather unusual swirly piece of metal is your starting point, isn't it?
It is. This is where I started with this wand, and it's certainly the one for the next wand.
So this is like the core, isn't it, of the structure, in a way that, say, a skeleton is what a body
Yes.
is
very
built
much so.
around. This is what John will sculpt the wand around, but he's done this as and you can test it out, can't you? Just
Yes.
see how you can hold it in your hand, how it fits, and
the
very good.
length of it, so it'll work. And as you can just see, if you could just pass me the design.
Yeah, it looks brilliant.
So you'll see that's how it works.
Also, we decided for this dragon to make it an Oriental style dragon, because with elementals, they are often aligned, the different elements, to points of a compass, and the air elemental is east.
That's
so
right.
So we thought, well, that's a great tie-in, isn't it, with the Orient and the east of the world, to have this Oriental dragon. And we've also taken some inspiration from an object that we have in our house. So now, this is a very beautiful vase that was left to me by my father. Now, my father was a chemistry teacher, but not only that, he did all sorts of things. He wrote chemistry books, and he also did teacher training in the Far East. So he would go over to, at the time, very exotic places and bring back things. And he brought back this vase. It's one of my most treasured possessions. It's absolutely stunning. And we love the, you know, the red colour here on
this.
this.
Yeah, it's very rich and very reminiscent of the East. And
so I'm hoping that is going to inspire the effect.
So I'm going to experiment and try and get that colour, but I think it will be a fantastic wand. And this is actually made up, very briefly, is made up of layers of paint, and then they sculpt away.
Yeah.
They carve away. I think it's beautiful. So
it's an amazing object.
So again, that's how we can find inspiration for these things.
So I'm really looking forward to the next stage in this, seeing John's wand sculpted. I'm sure we'll have some updates for you in due course.
Yeah.
And later in the year, we'll be showing you what all this inspired.